Hi, I'm Bill Helin. Hi, I'm Bill Helin. I'm a Tsimshian Northwest Coast native artist. I've been carving wood for about 30 years now. And one thing I've found about working with this material is that it is always unpredictable and it is always a lot of work.
I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold.
One thing you never know about carving a totem pole is just exactly where that totem pole log came from. I just find that the beauty of these trees is that their story begins somewhere out in the wilderness, far, far away from civilization, and somehow they end up in our carving sheds, in our workshops, where we transform them into a living storytelling piece of art. Now, that story began somewhere with a seed and was nurtured and grew for hundreds and hundreds of years. Well, this totem pole has its own little story. And for me, it began finding a log on the beach just on Vancouver Island near my home. Now the process that I'm working at with the totem pole is I'm taking the areas that I have cut down and defined, and I'm adding the detail just to make sure that I maintain the process of bringing down the definition. When I think of what my ancestors went through when they were working on these large sculptures and the process they had to go through to bring these logs out of the forest, it amazes me that they could create such elaborate three-dimensional sculptures that stood 50 and 60 feet tall. Just the feat of raising them was a great challenge in itself. But I'm blessed to be able to learn from my ancestors and to go through the process of creating modern-day storytelling sculptures that represent the modern-day chiefs of this generation. And my clients from around the world, you know, they love the fact that they become these kind of chiefs and that their stories can be told through what they commission us artists to do. It's not much different, really, than it was hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago. The other wonderful thing about what I do as an artist is that I can pass on what I've learned over the past 30 years to my children. And they're the most important part of what our ancestors have passed on to us. And this is why it is so important to respect that and to be able to do good quality work that represents not only my Tsimshian Indian heritage, but that these stories will stay alive through what I've done and what I've shared and what I've taught to my kids in the world.